Hi, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for the collective, for your highest good, and also messages from the person that you're in no contact with. So I thought I'd do this reading for you. And whenever this reading finds you, it's the right time for you to hear what's going on. So I'm going to be using various decks today and just see what is coming out. So messages for highest good of the collective. So currently, if you're in no contact with someone, the obstacle is that their attention or your attention, or both of you, separately, have your attention towards someone else. So there's a kind of third party. And if it's not someone else, it's something else. It's something that's taking a lot of attention. Could actually be work. That could play a big part, or finance, getting money in order. And that there would need to be a change in finance in order for something to transpire. And in fact, the more I'm looking at these 4 cards, the more it's screaming that the financial situation is what's holding the communication back. This person may be at a distance from you, or be across some kind of body of water, which you may need to fly to them, or they may need to fly to you on an aeroplane, or travel by boat, by ship. And they may have had to level themselves in some way in order to even be close to meeting you where you're at. So having you in their life has caused or forced them to upgrade themselves. That's beautiful. So you may be quite inspirational to this person in that way. And I feel that this person really wants to be able to afford the luxuries and give you the gifts that you so desire and deserve. So that's something that they're very aware of. There also are other people coming between you, other people that are in their ear or influencing them in a not good way. They also may be going through some challenges with not being on the same page as the people that they're working with, and that also is conflicting with what they truly desire. And they may have had people that have been pulling on their finances and taking their resources, and they may have had to really stand their ground and struggle to keep hold of what they have already. And you might be doing the same. Let's see what else it could say. So what can you tell me about this no contact situation? What could transpire? What's the highest likely outcome in the next couple of weeks? Oh. Well, there's some kind of truth coming out. Some light is going to be shed on someone's behavior in some way. And this might be something information to do with a structure or a house or a building, to do with stability, to do with their stability or your stability. And it may also be revealing some truth about the third party, about the situation that they're in or that you're in. Or you may actually have a new opportunity to have stability with someone who's not the person that you're in no contact with. And long-term stability at that. So it may be that someone else has come along, or that your happiness is changing direction towards something or someone that's more long-term committed to you. And if that is the case, then that person is bringing you a solid offer, a new solid offer. So tell me more about this no contact situation, please. Thank you. Oh. Okay, so I feel like in the next 2 weeks there is going to be a change that occurs. Wow, okay. I feel like this is saying that the person you're in no contact with, your person knows they need to change. They know they need to do things differently than they have done in the past, in order to come forward effectively and communicate. And their focus is on finance, so that they can come forward with some kind of offer that would be suitable or worthy of your time. Wow. And their intention is long-term commitment. It's very strong in them of what they desire with you. They want commitment. And they also recognize that the connection between you both has upgraded them and given them the gift of higher knowledge. There's a higher learning in this that's very powerful, and has colored their life. Whereas it may have been that before you came along, that their life was feeling more black and white, and that you added color to it in some way. And you also have the key to their heart. Some kind of proclamation. The challenge for them is that the changes that they need to make are vast, and what they need to move away from is, I heard lifestyle, so there's some kind of lifestyle choices that are maybe holding them to, I heard holding them to ransom. So there may be something going on with their financial situation where other people are involved with their financial situation in some way, maybe people they work with, or if they are in a position where they pay other people to do aspects of a job, or something like that. If they're self-employed, or even if they're not, maybe a side job or something. but there's something that's keeping them in a holding pattern that is unhealthy or deceitful in some way. And that's something they need to break free of. And when they look at their connection with you, it feels like it's just in a different league. So I'm also hearing that they are wanting to tell you that although you have the key to their heart, they are fully aware that they come with a lot of damage. So baggage, damage, or maybe they're like a wounded warrior, and they don't want to be that burden on you. So, but they do want to travel towards you, and they do want to reconnect with you, and they feel it's in the timing. And my eyes keep going back to the Five of Swords, where the crow is holding two of the swords. So I feel like they know that they've held back on making a decision, and they know that that in itself is a betrayal to you, that they've waited so long. This card says adventure awaits. Go find it, or go get it. Go find it. And awaits, the wait word keeps popping into my head. Souls that belong to each other will always find their way back together. Yeah, so this person is aware of the damage they've done, or the damage that's happened, and they want to turn it into, I heard, water under the bridge. So there's part of them that's a little bit self-deceptive, that they don't want to go back there or acknowledge all that suffering and pain that's happened. They want to create a new beginning that is not connected to the past. Wow. Take a leap of faith into the unknown. So that's where they're coming from. How do you feel? Where are you coming from? Where's the collective coming from? How do you feel about this? Oof. You want truth. You just want truth. Like, I feel like you've gotten to a place of if you are going to connect with this person again, or if they're going to connect with you again, you are going to cut directly through to a serious conversation. You're not going to put up with beating around the bush, talking about the weather, or making small talk or niceties. I feel that normally you would be interested or more fun and playful, but because of what's transpired, it's like you've come to the end of your patience, or your end of your tether, end of your rope, and you have bossed up big time during the no contact period. And you can probably hear my throat's going a bit funny with my speech. So one or both of you may find it unnerving to speak your truth, or you may feel unable to speak up at times, may feel intimidated. But this journey has taken you on your own journey of independence and appreciating your own independence at this time anyway. Okay, let's find out. And you too are making decisions within yourself about looking further afield. So you're no longer like holding yourself accountable to your own loyalty of potentials that could happen with this person, because they've shown you that they haven't been ready, and that they've had some lessons and some growth that needed to happen. And also, I think in looking further afield, you may have already met someone else, or if you haven't met someone else, I feel like there's someone else coming in very soon for you, and that might be a surprise and a shock for you, because you might still be thinking deeply about this person who you're in no contact with, and they are thinking about you too. So it's something that you both keep revisiting, and it's something that really calls you and pulls you. But you are also in a space of actively seeking healing to close the chapter in your heart, so that you can live life to the full, even though there's still like a thread, there's still a piece of you that wants to hear from them, even if it's hard conversation. It's like you would rather have a hard or a serious conversation than to let it go on pending, leave it on pending for a really ridiculously long amount of time, knowing that at some point things are going to change. At some point you're going to hear from them, even if you've blocked them, even if they've blocked you, whatever your personal story and circumstances are, you still are connected to this person, even in the silence. So yeah, you have done a lot of growth, self-growth, self-worth. Your self-worth has blossomed, and your self-authority is very strong. You have overcome, and you have you've strengthened yourself. You've taken the challenges and the lessons, and you've turned them into blessings, and you've strengthened yourself to the degree that you're kind of almost unrecognizable to who you were when you met them. Wow, the star. You might be being recognized for something that you do, or something that you're really good at. You may have won some kind of award, or something that recognizes your skill set. Wow. And that in some ways is well justified and well deserved, and is also part of balancing you out. It's putting all your focus from the situation that you went through with this person, and you've redirected all your focus back into yourself and your career and your life path, and you're like, I'm doing this. So that's really beautiful. I'm very happy for you that you have overcome so fervently. And let's see, what would you say to your person? Or I should say this person, because I feel like both of you are learning to live without each other in some way, and maybe you're recognizing not just the aspects of the two of you together that really worked and that were really special and beautiful, but you're also recognizing where you are out of alignment in some way, even if it's just in the communication realm. And so that in itself is helping to open you up to someone else. Wow. In the end, you tried and you cared, and sometimes that is enough. That's what you would say. That you tried very, very hard, and you did the best that you could, and sometimes that is enough, you know. You tried your best, you gave it your best, gave it like 110%. So what else did you say? What would you say to this person? What will you be saying to this person if they come back? Ooh, a bit too many. Let's try that again. That one. I feel like they will come back, or you will unblock them or reach out. One of you will reach out. Souls that belong to each other will always find their way back together, and you may come back together just to have a conversation, to have closure, or you may come back together and remain friends, or honor each other's differences in space and decide to like keep it as acquaintances, or you may figure out how you can move forwards together. You are on your way to meeting your true love. So something else I'm picking up on is that your idea of true love has also grown and developed and changed during the course of the no contact period and the other times that you've been in no contact, because I feel like this has happened more than once. So that tells me that you are more open to the possibility of having someone in your life who can fulfill more criteria, and that it's okay. It's okay to want more, and it's okay to change your own goals to something that's even higher and even better. It's like dreaming big. It's okay. You're allowed to dream big. You're allowed to dream big as you want. And every decision you make today is a change in direction for tomorrow, isn't it? So you steer your own path, and you can steer it towards whatever you choose. And don't let anyone or anything hold you back from your truest desires. So one of you is extremely in their emotions right now, and possibly even kind of giving yourself a hard time. If this is, I feel like it's the other person. They might be giving themselves a hard time and beating themselves up over their own decisions, so they're full of regret, and feeling sorry for themselves, and literally eating their own tail. But the positive on this is that they now have insight. It's almost like they are having some kind of awakening and epiphany, and they're now seeing very clearly the impact of their actions and not just on you, but on other people, on their own life, and the impact of their actions on their own life, and how it's changed the course of their life, and also how it's separated them from people that they love and care about. So this has not just happened with you, this has happened with other people within their life. So they're now kind of having an awakening and connecting to their own emotions about it, and they're very deep in their own emotions, and they've almost like voided themselves out. They may still be drinking. That's not for all of you. For some of you, they may still be drinking. And then for you, you're staying grounded, and you're kind of keeping yourself to yourself. And I feel like you've done a lot of work of looking at your own shadow, of the things that could possibly be holding you back. And in doing work with looking at that, you're becoming more comfortable with who you are and where you're at. And you may also be staying up late, or having more inspirational moments in the nighttime. You may get around better at night. And you may still be wearing some kind of mask, or hiding an aspect of who you are from the public persona. So I feel like you are honoring your own privacy and of who you are in your own home, and guarding. There's a sense of guarding. So you're still in a guarding your heart stage. What else can we find out? Let's try this one. Tell me. Give me a card for the collective. Where are you headed? What's going to happen for you? What will be helpful for you to focus on at this time? What will be helpful for you to focus on during this no contact time? But like we saw at the beginning, it looks like I feel like you are going to be meeting someone, if you haven't already, someone else. And you're just navigating your heart through the last of the choppy waters of the previous connection. And you're allowing yourself to take the bird's eye perspective and to not obligate yourself. That's what it is. You're not obligating yourself anymore to potential or possibilities, but you still do love and care about this person, and it has been disappointing for you, and it has been hurtful. So I feel like you are doing the work to heal your heart, and you are now seeing this from the higher perspective and using that wisdom. And you're possibly using what you've learned as an internal confidence builder. And you're focusing on something very intently, something that I feel like you're in gathering mode, and you're putting things together. But you have a focus, you have some kind of goal in mind that once you strike, or once you go for it, you're going to go for it wholeheartedly and put your focus there. Garuda Suparna, number 42. So 4 is the number of stability and structure and form. And 2 is the number of duality or change or decision making. So it's to do with decision making over creating structure, possibly with someone. So that might be where you're at, and seeing things from a bird's eye view. So what can you expect to happen with this person that you're in no contact with? Oh. Oh. Whoa. Okay. I think you can expect a change, a big shocking change. Something's going down with where they live, something to do with their house or their place of business. There's some kind of event that happens that changes everything. And it causes them to move away from that. And I feel like it's physical. They might physically have to move. And they may have to deal with disappointments of that change. That might be really shocking for them. And it will create some kind of change in finance as well, but it also may create travel plans. And that, I feel like, is going to happen at a very auspicious time. That may actually happen in the next 2 weeks from when you're seeing this reading. So let me know in the comments. We'll come back and comment if something transpires for you in the next 2 weeks. Another way I can read this is that in finding out that someone else has made a proposal towards you, and that could be proposing a relationship or taking a friendship to the next level, or could be an outright proposal of marriage, depending on your situation. But on hearing about that, or maybe seeing that on social media, it looks like this person is very shocked and has to steer themselves away from their own emotional strongholds of how they feel about you, and is very, very upsetting for them, and that they may grieve you for a period of time. But there's something about the learning, what they learn from it, I feel they will be incorporating into their life moving forwards. And I heard it will keep the devil off their back. So whichever circumstance you resonate with, either way, it's all meant to be, and it's all happening in divine timing. It's very interesting because when I was shuffling to achieve some kind of outcome for this read, it's not an outcome that I thought that I was expecting. So I feel like things are they're gonna transpire not in the way that you would have thought they would. But it is what it is. And so the reason it hurts so much to separate is because our souls are connected. And so whatever it is that you had with this person that was so endearing and strong and complex and beautiful and complicated and challenging, it's all reflections of aspects of things that we've either experienced when we were young, or things that we're here to support others through their experience of. And your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. So yeah, you may have given this person many opportunities to change, and they may have chosen otherwise, and they have to live with their choices, and that may be why they are feeling so emotional about everything, even if they didn't show their emotions to you or speak them. And maybe that's their challenge in their life lesson is through lack of communication and lack of expression, they lose the thing that they want the most. So, that's unfortunate and sad. So I want to leave you with something a little lighter. So maybe this one again, the White Light Oracle. But just know that you did the best you could, and that you've improved this person's life just by existing. So you've encouraged them to make better choices for their future. And for some reason I was expecting them to reach out and for some kind of reconciliation to happen, but it doesn't look like that's the case yet. And I feel like that when this read finds you, that you may be going through a stage where you do start dating someone else. So wow, you've got the 7 blessings of Eve. So yeah, I feel like you have accumulated wisdom from what you've been through with this person, and Spirit is blessing you with the healing and the softening and the openness, becoming more open to other possibilities, redirecting you. Yeah, integrating the spiritual lessons. So that's what this timing is about, and that's why you're not in contact with this person, or this person's no longer in contact with you, is to give you the space and the silence to integrate all the lessons and the blessings that come with that silence. So I hope this has helped in some way. Let me know in the comments. Much love to you all.